We're live.
Welcome back, everybody, to the podcast.
Yes. Calmer episode today. It's going to be a lot shorter, too, since I have to go to work.
Oh, yeah, a lot shorter. We're good. It's a short episode today. We're vibing. We rocking with Mark.
Matching sweaters.
Matching sweaters.
Rocking with Mark.
Fucking African Americans and Mark. We rocking with Mark.
No race today. You can hold back your racism today.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll hold it back.
I think you can handle it.
I'll dial it down.
Just a little?
Yeah, just a tad.
Okay. I do have a couple things to talk
A
about.
smidgen.
This won't fucking load, but this right here.
So Casey and I saw our cars got robbed this morning because
hold
Los
on.
Angeles is a crime-riddled third world shithole of a city. But tremendous appreciation and gratitude to the hardworking officers at the LAPD West LA who not only arrested the motherfucker, but they got all of our stolen goods back.
Look who commented.
Seth Rogen, dude, I've lived here for 20 years. You're nuts. It's lovely here. Don't leave anything valuable in it. It's called living in a big city. I can still be mad though, right? Feel so violated. You can be mad, but I guess I don't personally view my car as an extension of myself, and I've never really felt violated in any of the 15 or so times my car was broken into. Once a guy accidentally left a cool knife in my car, so if it keeps happening, you might get a little treat. Seth Rogen's hilarious.
Okay.
And I think he's right.
15 times?
Yeah, he's obviously never said anything
No,
about it.
that just made him sound so, like when he says, I personally don't view my car as an extension of myself, to me that just makes him seem so...
Rich?
Yeah. And then he said 15 times or so. One dude left a knife. Cool, Seth. That's not the point.
He got a cool knife.
That's fucking... he's being dragged through the fucking mud, by
Rogen?
the way. Yeah. Casey's a nice guy. And he basically was like, boo-hoo, get over it. It's L.A.
Okay, but to be fair, Casey is pretty rich too.
Now.
And when his car got broken into.
I think it was a Tesla, too. It was Tesla.
Big old Target.
Big old Target. Well, he said he parks on the street, and Seth is always like, I always park. And like what Casey was saying, though, I can still be mad, though, right? Feel so violated. Like, yeah, I totally...
But he said you're allowed to be mad, but it's not like that. It wasn't a personal attack, which is what Casey made it seem like.
Yeah, but the point would be to say they weren't rich. That would suck. If I got my car broken, I mean, if they broke my window, that'd be upsetting. Now they don't have anything in my car worth stealing, but... And then he was like, don't leave anything valuable in the car. Or how about...
Okay, but that makes sense.
Like, how about don't break into cars? I think the point...
Okay, don't rape and murder.
Pillage. Can't do that either. You know what's really...
We know where you stand.
I know. You know what's really funny? After going back and reading some more, I dug into a rabbit hole. Apparently, I'm not the only one with this opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I have an article on my phone that's recording right now. But there was like even an article that has topics, like points of things that he did that weren't actually so bad. Would you like me to pull that up?
No, it's okay.
No?
The whole raping and pillaging thing.
I get that, but bad people still do good stuff. Sometimes.
So Trump isn't a bad guy, is what you're saying?
He's a shitty person.
Right.
Right. But as far as like politics, I mean,
What are some of the good things? Go ahead.
I don't know. I didn't really follow the campaign like that. I just know he's a dumbass. Like as far as like Pete, like him.
Right.
Yeah. Just kind of an asshole.
Joe Biden diddles kids, but it's okay because he has Alzheimer's.
He's fucking a whole different. Let's not even. Did you get the video I sent you?
No.
Of the Joe Biden one? Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
God. Yeah. That was. Well, I sent you another one this morning.
I think so.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
They put it into like a rap song. But
yeah, that one.
oh my God. Yeah, that was terrible. He's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I just thought that was crazy.
I kind of agree with Seth Rogen on this, but he isn't entirely. Why don't you have a picture for your Twitter?
It's this. It's our. It's the podcast.
Right, but you don't have a
Twitter.
picture.
I literally just created it just so I could have like an account for us, so I wouldn't have to be on my personal Twitter. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna make a Facebook, but Twitter. I was like, I
have a Facebook. We just use mine.
Yeah. I mean, I have a Facebook. I just don't use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a burner Facebook so I can Google people.
You mean stalk people?
No, it's when we almost like if you get a new person at work and you want to know like a little bit more about them because you can only judge so much off an application. I'll like look somebody up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or if like you meet somebody out and about and you're like, yeah, fucking blah blah blah, add me on Facebook, and then you just add them and you're like, you're a fucking weirdo. You can tell a lot by people by the type of memes they post, as well as the things they post on their Facebook. Yeah. You can tell you're sick.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
You just look tired.
Yeah, I am tired. It's going to be a lazy day today after this. We're getting a few things and then going home and having a movie night.
Speaking of movies, this is the surprise. You need to be free at 9 p.m. on December 17th.
It's not a surprise. I know what we're doing.
On December 17th. Yeah, I know, but like it wasn't set in stone because everything was sold out.
You fuck.
Until it was backrolled, and I don't know what happened, but you're going to be...
You got tickets?
I got tickets.
How fucking close were we to the front?
Like, we may or may not be in the first row.
Dude.
What?
Mine...
That's why
This movie's so great.
To be fair, we're going to AMC, so we can
everything's so high definition.
We can recline all the way back.
To be fair, I saw Rise of Skywalker in the first row.
Yeah,
and it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't.
I think I might have watched. Was I there with you?
It was me, Grant, and Trevor.
Okay, never mind. I was thinking of Endgame, but we weren't even near the front. I don't think. So.
And no, we didn't go opening night. Me and Paige went opening night.
Yeah, that's right. For Endgame. Yeah, I was not. I think it was at work.
I was in tears the entire time.
It was a very emotional movie.
I missed a few things actually. I was in tears so much. Like whenever he says, "No, I want you have the little one."
You missed that.
Well, completely missed it because I was crying.
Yeah, but if you're so invested in the story, that's something that you could totally miss.
Completely missed it.
I remember rewatching it for like the 17th time and being like, "Wow, didn't catch that one before."
And it's really nice to go watch it on Disney Plus now because the IMAX.
Did you also see that you realize that Steve Rogers and Thor are actually
in the funeral scene,
showing that they're also that close to Tony? But what's cool is
yes, I saw the same TikTok.
Did you?
I did. The exact same one. The one I sent to you. Yeah, I saw that.
You did send that to me.
I did.
Oh, I watched the same video on YouTube before you sent that. The YouTube Shorts. You know,
there's
funny.
a lot of really cool things.
The one on the YouTube Shorts was pulled from TikTok.
And did you watch Shang-Chi?
No,
Really good.
I still haven't watched it.
Even Dad watched it, and he was like, "I thought it was gonna be dog shit," but I really liked it.
Like I told him and you, that's like one of the only. It's like same thing with Black Panther until Chadwick Boseman.
Okay, but I was excited for Black Panther going in.
I was not.
It was really good.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean,
Shang-Chi
obviously it was really
good. Really good.
And it's free now on Disney Plus.
Yeah, okay. And the IMAX too.
No shit. Okay. I literally only.
That's how I watched it.
I only use Disney Plus for like old Disney TV shows.
And Hawkeye just came out.
I still haven't watched
1 and 2.
I thought some more just got released.
Today.
Today. Today's Wednesday the 1st.
December 1st.
Yeah.
In 2 days, a song drops that I'm looking forward to. It's a TikTok song. It's a chick. You probably would know it.
Is it the same chick that did the "I'm Not Pretty"? That one?
No, I don't.
No. I love that song, and I found that song.
I can play it for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a little. Isn't she British, baby? Yeah, she's British. I really like the way her voice sounds and the way that she sings. It's really nice.
Here, I have to mute it.
Just let me know when it's muted.
I'm trying to think of the best way to do this, to be honest.
I can just put AirPods in so that it doesn't play, and then I can give you an AirPod.
Yeah, do that. Since it's a song, it's copywritten, so
you're good. I'm trying to find it.
You're good.
Talk to the people while I find this.
I'm just sitting here bullshitting.
That's not what I mean.
Got another camera angle. It's not a very good one, but the point is just so your eyes don't get bored. That's all. Nothing fancy. Also, the video quality sucks this episode.
Are you switching it right now?
I switched. There, look, wave. New camera. See? Not so bad. Just really laggy because these cameras are over Wi-Fi and I'm poor, so. Yerp.
How many videos did I like?
Are you on TikTok?
Yeah. Was it before? Don't you hate it when you find one that you remember and you're like, what's before?
I was literally just talking to Andy about this. I wish TikTok would transition to where they have your viewed history. Like YouTube does. Even with the shorts, they put it in your viewed history. And I think it would be perfect. Because if I didn't like it, I still want to see the videos I watched.
Maybe I sent it to you, right?
If I remember one, you know what I mean? But TikTok doesn't do that. You have to either like it or send it to somebody to get it. Because when it fucking updates and it's gone. New timeline, refresh. Terrible.
I didn't send it to you.
Josh fucking up.
I know it's in my likes. I just Apparently you have to go slower. Because it's really colorful. Like, I know what I'm looking for, but it's...
Yeah. He knows what he's looking for.
We rocking with Mark.
And also, can you tell the audio is nice and crispy? It's very quiet. This is all post.
Yeah, it's the cloud lifters.
Yeah. I got them working. You know what it fucking was?
It's because they're plugged in. Oh, no.
Yeah.
You moved them.
Guess what? Okay, so what happened is like I said, I thought it was the interference between cell phones and just like the frequency, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Turns out, if I turn off, because they need...
I haven't found it yet, but when I do.
They need phantom power.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a button that I turn on the audio.
I know it. Phantom power
okay,
is.
well, I have to turn it on after I power up the computer and get everything loaded up. Then I turn it on.
You did it reversed.
Yeah, before.
That's why it worked with you the first time and didn't work the second time.
Before I turned the phantom power on and then turned on all the audio equipment, and it just kept fucking up. So that was fun.
Imagine she deleted it, and that's why I can't find it.
She might have. Was it all like...
It's her music. It's original.
Even the beat and everything?
Yeah.
I was going to say, she might have taken it down and she didn't get anything cleared in time before she posted the picture or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Then she probably took it down. Oh, okay. You can't even find her page, Josh?
I don't remember her name.
Oh. What's her name, Dakota? Oh, shit, you hear that? That is because she's sending you something. Wait a second, Josh. Are you listening to audio in your headphones?
Mm-hmm.
Stop that. Yeah.
Is that better?
Click pause.
No, that's better. It's because...
No, I hear it. Yeah, it stopped. Yeah, it's just this. It's literally those cloud lifters with the frequency of the cell phone. It's fucking strange, isn't it? Was not anticipating that. I'm not an audio tech guy. I am doing this on the fly, so. Still can't find it? He's been looking for this for a little while now.
This.
What's she look like? I don't know her. Her accent is thick. Okay, I see why you'd want to. Okay. I gotcha.
I'm excited. It comes out December 3rd.
Really?
And it was the very first video, Goob. Aquarius. I like that one too. December 3rd. That's my AirPods.
It's literally your AirPods. It's because they're up and off now. Don't fucking test it.
I'm just seeing. Seeing if.
There's another thing I wanted to show you. Have you heard?
No.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh. Man, are you shitting me? I'm so tired of getting a paywall every time I want to look up something.
I wonder what I was going to say.
That's how I feel. Do you hear about the Oxford school shooting?
Yeah. 3 dead, right?
Yeah. Have you seen the scary ass video?
No.
That's the guy impersonating a police officer and he's trying to get in the door. And the only giveaway here, I'll play. I think I can play the audio. If this gets taken down, I'll just edit it.
Why the fuck would that get terrifying? She's seen it.
Terrifying. Watch that. If it plays. Oops, sorry. That's the shooter. All these kids are smart as fuck, by the way. But listen to what he says.
Red flag.
And that's the real sheriff.
Obviously. Why is he so excited?
I don't know.
That's
I
horrible.
noticed the same thing. Stop.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking wild. But yeah, so it was, the shooter was 15 years old. This is another thing we're going to be talking about. But he was 15 years old and impersonating the officer, and literally the dead giveaway was,
Bro.
come to the door and I'll show you my badge, bro. Literally, instantly. I fucked it up. That's crazy to me. But he sounded like a grown man, kind of. But as soon as he said bro, I was like, that's a child. But
that's a child.
That's a child. But you said 3 were killed?
I believe so. It was
one of them,
I'm pretty sure it was 3.
I know one of them was a 17-year-old girl.
I don't know
I
details.
I don't know the details either. I just know I saw that video. There was a snippet of it on YouTube, and then I kept looking for it, and the only place I could find it
USA Today.
When it was on USA Today's page, and that's the full uncut video. But that would be terrifying. But all those kids were smart as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, like listening and
it's not a funny situation, but the guy was like, red flag, red flag.
Instantly, he's like, he said, bro, cops don't do that. Like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was wild to me. But I mean, what if they were in a room to where they didn't have a window that size and couldn't get out?
Yeah.
Just shit like that. That would just be fucking terrifying. But yeah, no.
And the teacher saying we're not willing to take that risk.
Yeah, no. And
Smart
the
as fuck.
fucking teacher did it well too. He was like, this, and that. And he's like, we're not willing. We're not willing. We don't feel safe enough to do that right now. And so hats off to that teacher. They believe a teacher was also killed. I'm trying to remember what I read.
Look it up.
Yeah, do that.
You have a computer in front of you. Right
It makes the video a little laggy.
You're like, it's slow.
It's slow. I don't want to throw everybody off. Like, it's just, fucking, that's all.
4 killed.
4?
Mm-hmm. 4 students and several other people were injured.
Jesus. And one of them was a teacher? Was the one injured a teacher, or was the one one of them that was killed a teacher? I think I read that right.
Killing 4 peers and shooting 7 others on campus.
Jesus. Okay. It was speculated that it was a teacher, but it never really.
A 16-year-old, a 14-year-old, 17-year-old, and another 17-year-old.
Oh, wow.
It says their names, but I'm...
Okay.
I don't want to say their names.
Yeah, don't say their names. Are they underage?
I can say the 17-year-olds' names. But it's 14, 16, 17, 17.
Just leave it alone then. Don't say anything, yeah. But,
and it was a 15-year-old boy.
That was the shooter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Fucking insane. I don't know what that's about. Sounds about white, but...
More than 100 calls to 911 were made. About 2 to 3 minutes after officers arrived, they found the 15-year-old and took him into custody with that incident.
What was what was the gun? Do they know? Probably an AR-15.
A beloved football player and a senior with college scholarships were among the people who were killed.
Jesus. Yeah, the guy was a 15-year-old sophomore.
Is that what you just sent me?
With a 9mm.
Sieg? Yeah. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
What state was this in? Michigan. Need to hire you to do all my fucking Googling. Yeah.
Oh.
What?
It's a really common pistol. It's like the military issue pistols.
Oh, one of those?
6 hour.
The
teacher was shot in the
shot
shoulder.
in the shoulder.
Why isn't their mic set up?
Huh?
Why isn't their mic set up?
Like the cloud lifter
That's
situation and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, I can hook it right up.
No, it's okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I can do it right now. Not a big deal. I have both of our old, really long XLR cables down here next to me, and then their microphone's right there. So
6 other students and a teacher were shot along with the ones that were killed. A 14-year-old girl was in. A 14-year-old boy had a gunshot wound to the jaw.
Jesus. Where was this at again?
Michigan.
Oxford, Michigan. Michigan. Okay. Up near. Is that up near Chicago? I wonder how he got the gun. Think it was his parents? Don't want to sit here and speculate, but
one of the teachers described how they were grabbing stuff and stockpiling at the door, and a bullet pierced one of the desks they'd used to block the door.
So had that desk not been there, it may have been a fatal wound then.
This was the deadliest shooting since the 2 teachers were slain in May 2018 at Texas. 8 students and 2 teachers.
8 students and 2 teachers.
In Texas, the Texas shooting. There have been 28 school shootings this year.
What?
20 since August 1st.
Why is no one... I'm not seeing anything about these. This is the only one I've seen.
Are you kidding?
No.
I've seen a bunch.
Seriously?
Yeah, she's agreeing with me.
Yeah, no, I have not.
Yeah, there's been a fuck ton. We talked about another one.
I mean, as far... I'm sure we did, but I mean, like, as far as, like, seeing them on my news feed, unless I'm searching...
I gotta get off CNN.
Why?
The first article I see, Tuscan police officer fired after fatally shooting man in a wheelchair.
What the fuck? Click that. Why do you have to get off CNN? They're terrible, but I think everybody knows that now.
Tuscan police on Tuesday moved to terminate an officer after he fatally shot a man in a motorized wheelchair who was accused of shoplifting and pulling a knife when confronted outside of Walmart. He's in a wheelchair.
What's he going to do, roll after you?
He's in a wheelchair.
And
he's in a wheelchair with a knife.
With a knife. Not a gun, a knife. And he shot him?
He's in a wheelchair.
With a knife, not a gun.
I don't know if a lot of people know, but when you're in a wheelchair, it means you can't fucking move.
Well, most of the time. Some people just can't walk well. I'm just saying he could have walked, but the point is he's in a wheelchair with a knife. Like, and what happened?
The video release, department showed Officer Ryan Remington, several steps behind the man in the wheelchair. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew his name.
No, you're good.
Several steps behind the man in the wheelchair, identified by the police as a 61-year-old Richard Lee Richards. The officer asked Richards to stop before firing 9 rounds, striking him in the back and side as the man headed into another store, according to police. So not only did he shoot him 9 times, he wasn't even looking at him.
I'm pulling up the video now.
An attorney for Remington said the video released by the police did not offer a complete picture of events leading to Monday's shooting.
Did you say Tuskegee?
Ryan Remington.
No, the cop, like the department he worked for?
No, I didn't say that at all.
What'd you say?
An attorney for Remington said the video released by police did not offer a complete picture.
Oh, my bad. The headline.
What do you mean? Tucson.
Okay.
Tucson.
Boy, we're dropping frames Googling. Okay. Got the video right here. Trying to see where it's at. He was off duty. What? What the fuck did we just watch? Jesus Christ. That is so fucking uncalled for. Explain what we just watched. What are you doing?
My camera went off. I was just figuring that out. It was Mom.
Oh, camera went off. Oh, at home. Sorry. I know.
It was a man in a wheelchair with his back to an officer.
And electric wheelchair.
And he asked him to stop moving.
And he was heading in the store.
And
faced away from the officer. Away from him, by the way.
The man didn't even respond, and he opened fire.
9 times.
9 times.
To a dude in a wheelchair.
Who was 61. Who had a knife. If anything, a knife. He was afraid for his life, Ethan.
That's what he'll say.
He was afraid for his life.
I wonder how that's going to go down. Does it say anything?
No, he got fired.
Oh, well, is he going to get criminal charges? What?
That's just so fucking dumb.
It's fucked. That's exactly what that is. It's fucked.
Richard had been accused of stealing a toolbox from Walmart when an employee contacted an off-duty Tuscan police officer who was working a special duty assignment at the store, according to a statement by the Tuscan police chief, Chris Magnus. Remington, an officer for 4 years in Tucson, joined the Walmart employee in the parking lot and followed Richards while attempting to gain his cooperation. The police chief said in the statement, according to the employee, he caught up with Mr. Richards outside as he fled the store and asked to see a receipt for the toolbox. Instead of providing, Mr. Richards brandished a knife and said, "Here's your receipt." Magnus said that Remington wanted Richards to stop and to surrender his knife.
You want any water?
According to the Walmart employee, Mr. Richards said, "If you want me to put down the knife, you're going to have to shoot me." A second officer arrived on the scene to assist Remington. Both officers were a short distance behind Richards when they warned him not to enter the store. Richards beginning to enter the Lowe's when Remington tells him, "Do not go into the store, sir." Seconds later, the officer begins shooting Richards, who slumps over and falls out of his chair onto the ground.
What the?
Remington fired 9 rounds. His use of deadly force in this incident is a clear violation of department policy and directly contradicts multiple aspects of our use of force training. As a result, the department moved earlier to terminate Officer Remington. Apparently, it only constitutes half of the story, is what the attorney says. Surveillance and body cam.
The attorney for
Remington, the shooter.
Okay.
The body camera video released by police provide 3 camera views: a Walmart parking lot security camera, and police body camera, and a Lowe's security camera. 2 of the video shows the fatal shooting of the Richards as he is rolling away from officers through the Lowe's parking lot. Playing throughout the video clips are portions of the police radio communication. The video did not include timestamps, so it's unclear how much time passed between clips. The CNN requested the raw footage from the police department, but that was denied. Attorney Michael Story, who's representing Remington, said in an interview with CNN, the selected clips that were presented as the press conference constitute only half of the story. In any of these types of things, if you cut and paste the video, it will not properly lay out the officer's impression and state of mind, leading to a decision to employ force of any kind. He was in a wheelchair. And he was 60. And he had a knife, and you shot him 9 times.
Also, they said Walmart is where he stole.
All he did was shoplift.
And what they're saying is they started to shoot him when he was on his way into Lowe's.
Yeah.
The only funny part about this to me is it took them roughly 2 or 3 minutes, and he got across the parking lot to a different store. I just thought that was funny. I noticed that when you were reading.
But at this, I'm just like...
No, I know. I just meant
he shoplifted.
Yeah. And now he's dead. And he's a 61 in a wheelchair with a knife.
And they're saying he shot him because he pulled a knife, but you followed...
He also wasn't...
It's not Walmart policy to follow people. They just let them steal.
Yeah.
So they followed somebody off of the property.
He was also facing the door going into the store, and the
wasn't looking at him,
officer was behind him
and shot him 9 times.
The only thing he could argue is that he thought the knife was a gun, but it sounds like they
he knew
it, looks
it
like
was
they,
a knife.
I was going to say, it looks like they identified it as a knife long before he shot him.
Oh my God. A clip of the low security camera footage shows Richards lying on the ground after being shot as the officer appears to be pulling his hands behind his back to handcuff him. I heard that giggle. Are you fucking kidding me?
Is this real life?
You shot him 9 times and were like, he needs to be restrained.
Also, I'd like to point out
and then they called medical care.
Careful, we got cloud lifters now. You're yelling.
Medical care was called to the scene, but a short time later, Mr. Richards was declared dead.
He was also in an electric wheelchair, which to me points out that he's probably not able to walk at all. So it's not like he could have hopped up and ran away. You getting heated as you read it? I can't believe that's real.
I hate.
So are there criminal charges being brought forth? I would hope.
I don't know.
Can't find it?
I do not know. I hate shit like this.
What?
Britney Spears is on the cover, and it's celebrities who passed away in 2021, and she did not die.
Let me see. It's just clickbait. It's for sure your phone. I know, it's odd.
I'm clicking it.
I know. Speaking of Britney.
Go Britney.
Go Britney.
Her conservatorship is
that Chris
over.
Crocker video aged well. Leave Britney
alone.
Is so great. I love that for her. But I am curious to see how this goes down, because they always argued that she wasn't mentally well enough to take care of herself, especially her funds. So we're either going to see her act the complete...
Okay, but even when she was going crazy and shaved her head, it's because she was on meth and she didn't want to lose her kids, so she shaved her head so that she couldn't take her hair particles, because meth stays in your hair.
Yeah, but only for 3 days.
Okay, but it doesn't matter.
I know.
She did it for her kids. She may be crazy, but she's not
she's
not a bad mom.
I shaved my head for the children. I'm just saying, that's pretty wild.
Keep supporting Genghis Khan, Ethan.
I'm not supporting Genghis Khan. I'm never gonna.
You just doubled down on it earlier.
Never gonna. No, I'm just.
You said I actually found an article where people agree with me.
You know what?
No.
Too bad.
We're moving. I will leave.
No,
we're not doing this. We're not getting into the Genghis Khan argument again.
That's not an argument.
It is an argument.
You see what I'm Googling?
Good thing.
Good. I was typing fast. I'm sorry.
You also spelled Genghis Khan wrong.
You
You said Genghis Khan.
No, I spelled it right. Oh, I put the H in the wrong spot.
No, it's Ghengi. See? Genghis.
Oh, what I put?
Genghis.
Oh, well. Okay, so here, I want you to read these, and knowing who he was,
okay.
It's pretty.
Shut up.
It's pretty wild.
Number 1, he established freedom of religion. The Great Khan, first of all, if they call him the Great Khan, it's not good.
No, they meant the Great.
The Great Khan, who was born a Tingrist, passed laws allowing subjects freedom of religion and even gave tax exemptions to place of worship. This was a strategic move, since Genghis Khan knew subjects would be less likely to rebel. It was also practical, as the Mongol people observed so many different religions that unifying them under a single one would have been impossible. Tolerance aside, Genghis did establish one religious degree, that his was the word of God.
Yep.
He banned torture. In contrast to many civilized armies at the time, the Mongols did not maim or torture their prisoners. They just straight up cut their heads off. Instead, Genghis Khan believed that the surest way to inspire terror was through speed and efficiency in battle. Many of the stories about building pyramids out of the enemy's skulls and boiling people alive, scholars believe, are feared-inspired myths. He incorporated enemies into his army. Rather than execute rival soldiers, Genghis Khan often absorbed them into his army. In 1201, when he was nearly killed in the battle after his horse was shot out from under him, Genghis asked enemy prisoners who had fired the arrow. A man bravely stepped forward to take the blame and said he would accept punishment of death or swear undying loyalty if he spared. Genghis immediately made him an officer of his army. Jebi, or Arrow, as Khan called him, would go on to become one of the great Mongol field commanders. I'm going to make you go back, and I'm going to explain to you why all of this makes him a piece of shit. He left conquered cities alone.
I'm not saying it made him good. I'm just saying...
After capturing a city, Genghis Khan would leave behind a few officials to oversee municipal matters and essentially let people carry on with their lives after the raping and the pillaging. Provided they were loyal to the great empire, of course. Most citizens knew better than to revolt against their minders. But a few did and ended up facing the wrath of the full army all over again. Nishapur, located in what's today's northeast Iran, tried its luck in 1221 and saw every last citizen killed. You know what? You're changing my mind. He promoted people based on individual merit. The feudal system that existed throughout Asia before Genghis Khan's time primarily rewarded aristocratic privilege and birth, despite being the son of a chief. Genghis despised the systems, and he swept across the continent and implemented a new one that rewarded loyalty and individual achievement on the battlefield. He outlawed slavery. I feel like we're going in a circle, because I think that was number 3.
Wait, hold on. Banned torture, established freedom of religion, left conquered cities alone. He promoted people, outlawed slavery. Yeah, no.
Genghis Khan understood the bitterness and economic strain that slavery created. Well, that's good. I'm glad he understood that. He'd also been a slave himself during his teenage years, when he and his wife, Borti, were captured by a rival clan. So when Genghis Khan began unifying the Mongol tribes, he outlawed the taking of Mongols as servants or slaves. He established universal law. Adopted from Mongol common law, Genghis Khan's system of law known as the Yasa prohibited theft, adultery, blood feuds, and bearing false witness. Some versions also incorporated the Mongols' respect for their environment by outlawing bathing in rivers or streams and requiring soldiers to pick up anything that had been dropped on the ground.
So he didn't like to litter.
And a universal writing system. To enforce his law, Genghis ordered the creation of the writing system based on the Uyghur alphabet. It wasn't the first writing system in Asia, but it was the first one to be widely adopted and taught to the people. He established free trade along the Silk Road. Genghis Khan believed in the unifying power of foreign trade as well as using it to gain valuable knowledge. Many of his spies posed as merchants. As he swept across Asia, Genghis turned the towns and cities he conquered into waypoints for trade. In time, his conquests into Europe established key trade routes between East and West. He created one of the first international postal systems. Knowledge was power in Genghis Khan's empire, and that's why one of his first orders was the creation of a Pony Express-like courier system known as the Yam. Riders carried message across a network of huts and could cover as much as 200 miles a day by constantly changing mounts. In addition to delivering messages, riders also acted as scouts who could monitor enemy forces and keep tabs on assimilated towns and cities. He redistributed the wealth he gained. Genghis Khan is frequently listed as one of the richest people in history, but only in terms of the land he conquered, rather than hoard the money and goods he gained through the conquering. Genghis gave it to his soldiers and commanders, who were otherwise prohibited from looting without permission, injecting it back into the economy.
Not a good guy.
You know, I think that speaks for itself.
I think so too. I never said he was awesome. Couple cultural breakthroughs. Yeah, a little bit. You know what else I read? What's up? What's up?
She was sending me stuff about Officer Remington.
Yeah.
Before he can be officially, brought up against him, he has to be fired.
So, okay. Well, because I know if they kept him on the force, it's a lot harder to prosecute him because we have that law that protects officers.
They were making him a civilian so that he can get the full prosecution.
Yep, and I bet he's fucking scared. So like they fired him on paper, but it takes a week to take effect? Okay. Okay. For them to legally prosecute him as a United States citizen instead of a...
Well, Internal Affairs is going to look into it first.
They always... in IA?
He has to legally be fired.
Gotcha. Internal Affairs is going to be like, well, this guy made it real fucking easy. Oh, yeah. Have you seen this?
Another variant?
Yeah. Identified in California. It's the Omicron. Have you heard where the Omicron...
It's really cool. Do you want to know why? It's because you're not fucking vaccinated, and the herd immunity doesn't work if half the people aren't vaccinated, and we get this shit.
That's actually not how that works.
That is how that works.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's literally not how mutating diseases work. One of the ways that diseases mutate is they adapt to what they would call a vaccine or something. Yeah.
But if it was killed off and all of you got your vaccines first, we wouldn't have a variant.
We have science to show that the vaccine doesn't kill. Even if everybody took it, it would still be around. I'm not arguing that. What I'm saying is like there's just a new variant. That's all. And it's
Omicron variant.
Yeah, and what's really funny is the Omicron was actually in the name of it. They came from the Omicron planet world. Do you remember those aliens from I think it's either The Simpsons or
Omicron Persei I-8. It's Futurama.
Futurama. How did you know that? Oh, you're a big Futurama fan.
I mean, yeah.
Until that one episode.
Oh, dude.
I know. I can't watch it.
Fry's dog.
The Fry's dog. No, and then they get you with maybe he lived a full life. I don't want to bring him back. No, motherfucker. He waited for you to come back, you piece of shit.
Turn boys into men.
Turn boys into men, yes. But it was first discovered in South Africa, and then they just reported the very first case of Omicron COVID variant in California.
Let's just kill him. We're good.
Kill the dude?
Yeah.
Just tell him. Be like, bro, just take one for the team.
Let's take one for the team. We don't want this shit to spread.
Exactly. But, yeah, no. There's a lot of science behind the fact that pushing out a vaccine that doesn't actually eradicate the disease can cause mutations, and obviously we're seeing that in full effect. So, I don't know. At this point, I don't think anybody knows what the fuck to do.
What is number 4 in the bottom?
Alec Baldwin says he did not pull the trigger before the bullet struck and killed on the set of Rust. He gave a very emotional interview, apparently. His first time he's spoken out publicly.
But what does he mean he didn't pull the trigger?
That's a great question. Let me click it.
He kind of had to have pulled the trigger.
I don't know. Alec said he did not pull the trigger of the gun before a live bullet struck and killed cinematographer on the set of Rust, according to an excerpt from an ABC News interview released Wednesday. The actor said in the interview that he does not know how a live bullet ended up on the set of the Western movie. Law enforcement is still investigating the incident, which killed, how do you say her name? Helena Hutchins, 42, and injured Joel Souza, 48, in late October.
Why'd you say Joel? It's Joel.
Oh, sorry. Well, I read his last name, Souza.
Joel.
Okay, that's just me. Did not pull the trigger on the gun he was holding before the live bullet. The trigger wasn't pulled, he said in the excerpt, which shared on Twitter. I didn't pull the trigger.
So
Baldwin says he does not know how a live bullet
somebody else shot him.
No, it just sounds like he probably got some PTSD. He may not remember pulling the trigger. Also, do we know if he's ever shot a gun before? He seems like the type of guy that would hunt, but then again, I don't know. I've seen him.
I just remember Fun with Dick and Jane.
And he was shooting in that.
Ducks.
Yeah. Did I get it? Boom. Now you did. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that.
I like how we both thought that, but to that.
That's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah.
Was I know he's at least shot a prop gun before. Yeah. But the whole not pulling the trigger thing, that's just not how it works. At least I don't think.
No.
Do we know what type of gun it was?
It's not how that works.
I know, but
I would. Just
if it's
from
an
the
old
way
weapon,
everybody's describing it, I'm assuming it's like a revolver.
Yeah, like a. So that mean the. So if it's one of, do you think it's a revolver to where you have to pull the pin back every time, or do you think it's an automatic revolver, or do revolvers even work like that? I don't know if they're automatic or if you always have to.
Revolvers don't work like that.
So you always have to pull the pin back. Okay. Did he pull the pin? Did someone else? Did he get the you know what I'm saying?
Hammer. Pin is the firing the mechanism.
Okay.
Hammer is the.
Did he pull the hammer to engage the bullet before he shot the trigger, or didn't pull the trigger? Apparently, that's what I'm saying. Is it doesn't add up.
I'm not black. I'm OJ.
I'm not. There's some gangster shit to say, but that's terrible. Also, read a very, very, very detailed Reddit post about his son being the killer.
Who?
O.J. Simpson.
No.
Are you sure? I'm gonna show you, and you're gonna be like, "There's no fucking." Here,
Can I tell you how over I am about this O.J. Simpson situation?
Well, when you write a book called
If I Did It.
I didn't do it, but
No.
if I
No,
did,
it's called
if I did it. And did you see that the owners of the actual copyright to like license that book, since his it
was a .45 caliber revolver.
gotcha. Since
I love you.
Ron Goldman, since I told her I need to pay her as the professional Googler because obviously my computer cannot handle doing multiple things.
She even has notification silenced so it doesn't come through.
Love that. Ron Goldman, the guy that was killed, kind of like the footnote, which sucks because he was
It was
almost
the waiter.
he was almost fully decapitated.
Yeah.
But his parents and Nicole's, they won the civil lawsuit but didn't win the actual criminal court case. When they won the civil suit, they got rights to a lot of things, including the way OJ wrote that and released a book. They got the owning, like publishing rights to it.
They got all the money from it.
So what they did was, he says, what's it called? If I Did It.
If I Did It.
They made the if like this big, so all you can see at
I Did It.
I did it at first glance. It's genius. It's fucking genius. But all the money he made, they got. Let me see.
I've actually seen the cover of the book, and my first thought was, the if's a little small.
That's
there, bud.
and that's why it's that small. And then guess what? There's also a God damn it. They have an audiobook to where they read it and then they comment on everything, like they have, like it's their commentary. What?
I looked it up, and the if is inside the I.
Yeah, let me see.
I did it.
It's so, like, literally, yeah, I did it. Here we go.
Confessions of the Killer.
All right, Josh.
Yeah.
Read that shit. This will change your mind.
O.J. Simpson didn't kill Nicole and Ron. It was his son, Jason. Jason was a sous chef. He quite literally had a set of knives on him that very night. Jason had a punch-out ticket to clock out of work, but that night he didn't use it. His time that he left was written for the first time ever. This means no one knows when he actually really left. Jason lied about his whereabouts and said he was with his girlfriend. It later came out during the civil deposition that he had lied. He then claimed he was home alone after work. He had absolutely no alibi for the time of the murders. None. When this line of questioning took place, Jason got very nervous, and the lawyer asked what was going on. They immediately took a break, came back from the break, and this line of questioning was not revisited. Jason was supposed to cook for Nicole and the kids that night, and Nicole changed her mind and went to another restaurant instead. This would have ticked him off. Why would it have ticked him off? He had rage issues and possible crush on Nicole, as well as disdain and a lot of weird feelings.
He also didn't like the fact that Nicole wasn't dating his dad anymore.
Jason,
that was
at the time of the murders, was on probation for threatening a prior boss with a knife. Seriously. Jason had threatened suicide to a girlfriend in an argument and stabbed himself. Jason attended the Army and Navy Academy, was trained with a knife. Jason had been taking Depakoto for his rage. He was off his meds at the time. Jason, when he was much younger, as a teen, was in charge of a charge of his younger sister swimming in the pool. With no one else around, she drowned to death. OJ and his wife broke up soon after, splitting the family apart. From here, OJ would end up wifing Nicole. This context is very important. Whoever killed Nicole and Ron would have been covered in blood. Remember, Ron put up a fight. Getting into the car certainly would have meant more than a few drops of blood. We never got to see Jason's Jeep. What we do know is that it was left out in the rain, uncovered after the murders. The only person on this planet O.J. Simpson would have covered for what
would have been
he didn't spell it right. Would have covered for what have been his son. Really think about that. Not anyone else but his son, whom he also felt he had failed in life. He felt responsible for him, paid his way through life, and this was his first son. So the theory is that Jason, in his rage, went to Nicole's home to confront her about dinner. He realized that what was happening with Ron. He went back to got a knife from his Jeep and came back and killed them in rage. Jason didn't give a shit that his stepbrother and sister were in the house asleep. He just raged out. These were the earlier days of cell phones, and the cops never looked at the cell phone records. Jason called his dad on his cell phone and told him he needed to come over. OJ showed up, saw what Jason did, and split his hand open in anger, hitting something. He ordered Jason to go home and clean up and get rid of the clothes, and he would go home as well, and pretended like nothing happened. That night, he got rid of the clothes, and he would go... He also called the lawyer for Jason. Yes, the next day Jason already had a lawyer. Fact, no one else but Jason already had a lawyer. And when the police tried to question him, they were rebuffed, but they didn't try hard. Christopher Darden wanted to go after him, but was rebuffed. The focus was to be entirely on OJ. Jason got away with murder, and OJ Simpson got away with messing with a crime scene, an accessory to murder at worst.
Real quick. A week before OJ hired lawyers for himself, he got his son one of the best top attorneys in the country first.
The knit cap that OJ supposedly wore had dog hairs that were unexplained. There are pictures of Jason wearing the same knit cap or a variation of it with his dog. Look at this guy. He has the build. He is youthful enough to do this. OJ could have very easily gifted the pair of shoes to his son. And there is more, much more. There's more that points to Jason...
You're at the end.
There's more that points Jason to the death than OJ for sure. We know at the time that he had set of knives on him and was unaccounted for. We know who you was on probation. We know who you was on probation for attacking someone with a knife. We know he was off his Depakote meds for his intermediate rage disorder. We know he was angry with Nicole. We know he wore this knit cap, knives, violence, rage, trained with a knife. This is your guy.
The rage?
The rage behind OJ is so pronounced that...
Riage? Is it supposed to be Riage?
I have no idea.
The rage behind OJ is so pronounced that people will never admit their mistakes. The race issue is also deeply embedded.
You say OJ didn't do it and people lose their minds, but once you follow down the rabbit hole about his son Jason, you realize that everyone was wrong. OJ wasn't guilty of murder, but he surely wasn't innocent either. Check out the book by Bill Deere. Look at the facts for yourself. The actual facts. Read the civil deposition yourself. You will see something horrifically wrong.
And another thing that points to this is, you know how he went on that like road rage and was in the car for so long? That was to point the suspicion towards him so his son could go to a different location and basically hide out. It's pretty insane. I was not aware that... because they always thought that the knives they found that they thought that were the murder weapons, it was always speculated that those knives couldn't have done the type of damage they did to Ron Goldman and Nicole. And I was not aware that his son was a fucking chef who owned a personal knife kit. That's crazy. I think Jason Simpson killed them. Allegedly.
Don't say that. He'll come and kill you.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Do you move to accuse, or are you suspecting?
I'm gonna move to accuse because that's some pretty. The article I actually read on Reddit yesterday was a lot more in depth than this one, but this one basically covered about the same thing. What do you think?
Apparently 1,890 people agree with him.
Is it upvoted? Oh yeah, you're right.
And he's gotten awards for it.
Man. So what do you think? Misconception between Hollywood movies and the day training. Okay, so apparently there's no such thing as knife training, but I think what you could argue is just like basic weapon knowledge.
It's not knife training, but it's you have to know your way around the knife.
Yeah.
And it's you don't get training for it, but like Gold, he's trained to like throw a knife.
See, that's what I'm saying. So, but those comments sounded like people that haven't been in the army or anything like that.
No, that one guy said he was.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But it's just different. It just depends on what type of military you're going into. Like Navy, probably no knife training, but Army, yeah, and Marine. Yeah.
What was he in? He was in.
It said Navy and
the Army and Navy Academy.
Yeah. So definitely not, but Army, yes.
So he may have not been trained with a knife, but he was definitely
he knew his way around a knife.
Especially being a sous chef.
Yeah,
like he made food. So what do you think? I mean, are you convinced, Josh?
No.
For real? You think OJ did that shit? Like he said, OJ's obviously not innocent.
One of my main things about OJ doing it was OJ had arthritis.
Well, that would also explain why the gloves didn't fit.
Hold on.
Because he had arthritis. He also wasn't.
Let me say what I want to say.
Okay.
Fucker. OJ had arthritis and he was in prison, right?
Jail, but yeah.
Same thing. For this occasion, same thing. He didn't get to take his arthritis medicine, so his hand swelled up like a golf ball.
I'm pretty sure didn't he get arthritis injections in his hands? Yeah.
Yeah. So he couldn't get what he needed for his hands, so his hands swelled up. That is why the gloves didn't fit.
That came out, I believe, in the civil suit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this was after the criminal trial.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a good way to explain it, but at the same time, like, how much can your hands, well, I mean, they're leather gloves, so I guess they don't stretch very much. Huh.
And it's arthritis, like his hand was ginormous compared to like.
Do you remember watching Sons of Anarchy and Jax would always have to inject the things into Clay's hands?
Yeah.
Same concept.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I always heard that, and I was like, that does add up. But at the same time, nothing else really makes sense as far as, like...
If the gloves don't fit, we must acquit. Fucking eat my ass.
Johnny Cochran. How, like, after the civil lawsuit and him losing the civil lawsuit, how do you think Johnny Cochran felt? Because I'm 90% sure he only wanted to, what do you call that? Defend people who were innocent.
Yeah.
Think he felt stupid afterward?
Probably.
Yeah. I don't think I ever heard anything of Johnny Cochran after that, but I know the other lawyers went on to defend a lot of people.
Like a dumbass.
Yeah, well, you know. But there's also the theory that OJ is whatchamacallum's dad. One of the Kardashians.
Oh yeah, he's 100% one of their dads.
Who is it? It's
Is it Chloe or Kendall?
It's the one that looks like Chewbacca. I can't remember her name.
Courtney?
Yeah, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. She's
Hold on.
the least model-looking one. I can't remember.
Just give it a second.
She's the one that's fucking huge.
It'll come to me. Just give me a second.
She's tall as shit. Yeah, I bet it's gonna come to you. I think it's Courtney. Chloe.
Are you saying Chloe looks like Chewbacca? Did you look up which Kardashian looks like Chewbacca?
Look that up, and I guarantee you that
I'm doing it.
Chloe's gonna come up.
Which Kardashian looks like Chewbacca? Chloe.
Isn't that terrible? Losing some frames.
Okay, but they're not wrong.
No, they're not. I saw that on Reddit like 6 years ago. And here, hold on.
I'm like, I need to see this camera angle. We had the same picture pulled up.
Did you?
And we were showing each other. I'm waiting for the camera angle. I'll do this one then.
It's having trouble focusing, but we get no, you're not.
But at the same time, she kind of looks like OJ.
Yeah, and she's built like OJ. She's built like a brick shit house compared to the rest of them. It was always speculated that OJ was fucking around with Chris. Have you ever seen that post on Facebook? And it's like when you're sitting next to your side piece, next to your husband, and your baby daddy's on trial, because she's sitting next to Caitlyn Jenner. At the time, he was Bruce, and then she was sitting in the trial for OJ, and her ex-husband was defending OJ. Like, that's some boss-ass bitch status right there. Some crazy shit. Are you listening?
Google thinks it's that he is her dad.
Yep. Is it Ghislaine
Maxwell.
Ghislaine Maxwell, live trial updates. Trump, Clinton, Prince Andrew name dropped during Epstein pilot testimony.
Yep. I just read that.
Jury just turned into this orgy. First accuser testifies that at Ghislaine Maxwell's trial that Ghislaine would basically take them out shopping and she'd butter them up and then she'd walk them into a room directly into Jeffrey Epstein for an orgy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like she was. Yeah, Maxwell defense reveals strategy. The
This
Bible.
is the lady who was the pilot for Epstein, right?
No, this is Epstein's partner.
Oh, okay, partner in crime.
They were supposedly like they weren't married, but that was his girlfriend. And it's coming out that she may or may not be like his pimp, like his bottom bitch, like the one that keeps all the other ones in line.
Oh,
Yeah.
fun.
Well, I don't know if they were sexually active, but they were definitely.
He was.
Yeah. They were definitely intertwined, and she definitely had a bigger. Like she's trying to say, I had no idea this, and that, all that fun stuff. The camera froze. What's going on there? Did the other one freeze? They both froze. Looking for phone. Oh no.
We can end it. I mean, we're at an hour, aren't we?
An hour and 23 seconds. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, the camera's back on, but
Humbug.
Jesus, yes, we get it. The iPhones are connected.
Bah
Fuck.
humbug.
Bah humbug.
Bah humbug.
But yeah, so I think that bitch is going down. But I would love to see like the Clintons.
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd
People are
be
gonna
great.
bodies are gonna start dropping if this
Hillary
comes
doesn't
out.
even know where she's at right now.
She likes balloons. You ever seen that video?
No.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You've never seen that video?
No.
They were at some event and balloons started dropping. Like it was like just almost like a. It's like at the end, and then they just drop like confetti and stuff. Well, they drop balloons, and her and Bill start playing with balloons, and they just look like fucking
5-year-olds?
yeah. And
Because
she's
they have Alzheimer's?
and she like you should see her face. She's like, oh my god, and like she's just super lit up. Have you also seen that picture of her walking into an apartment and realizing how poor people are?
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
I can't believe these people are real.
Pokemon go to the polls.
Pokemon go to the polls.
You've never seen that video?
No.
It's Hillary. It's one of her ad campaigns.
Oh, Pokemon go to the polls. She's fucking. She's a lot.
I'm doing something too. I'm running for president.
Oh my god. Okay, December 17th, we are going to see Spider-Man, and then we can talk about the movie once and for all, and then shut the fuck up about
16
it.
days.
You're gonna
16 days, Ethan.
you will hate me.
Why?
They had an early showing Thursday night, but I had already requested Fridays. Like I already requested at work Friday night off. So you have to do everything in your power to stay off the internet for a day. 24 hours.
What time is it on Friday?
9 p.m.
I have to wait an entire day.
An entire day. Because the early showing started.
I'm going to find out if Andrew or Toby are in it.
No.
Even by accident.
No, stay off.
Yes,
no, stay
it's
off-
going to happen.
No. So you need to mute all your. You got to mute. What
Oh my fuck.
What applications do you have that would spoil the. You can't be on Google?
Twitter, Instagram, Trevor. Bro.
You got to text everybody and be like, look, don't
fucking talk to me Friday.
Don't tell me. Don't say anything. No, Thursday too. But how many people are going to the early showing?
A lot.
It was kind of almost sold out. It'll be me, you, and Christian.
Not Andy?
I told her she'd be lost.
It's fine.
Of all Marvel movies to start on, this
That's
is
fine.
this is not the fucking one.
I have a word too.
Ooh, give us the word.
Tardiddle.
What?
Taradiddle.
What the fuck is tardiddle?
Taradiddle.
Taradiddle.
It's a pretty lie.
Definition?
Pretty lie.
A pretty lie.
Tardiddle.
That sounds like some tardiddle. It's a pretty lie. Okay.
Taradiddle.
Taradiddle. Sorry, the episode came out a day late.
Oh, a petty lie.
I was gonna say
A petty lie.
a pretty lie. See, you did tell a petty lie. Yeah. Okay.
petty
See?
lie.
You were almost right.
That's a bunch of taradiddle.
Bunch of tardiddle. Okay. I don't know what's going on with the capture card, so this video is nice and fucking laggy. So that's awesome. So happy about that.
You're welcome.
We got multiple angles. Stupid, but cool, I guess. I don't know.
Taradiddle.
Tardiddle. What do you got going on tonight? Just movie night?
Movie night.
Movie night.
We're vibing. Going to treasure hunt after this.
Ooh, really?
Yep.
On a Wednesday? Wednesday. We get paid tonight.
Just speak.
Just speak.
Okay. Yeah, this treasure hunt movie night is good.
Treasure hunt movie night. I like your ring. You a married man?
Soon.
Yeah? Get the fuck out of here. That's literally on your ring finger, too.
I know.
It's on your left ring finger?
She got it for me.
Yeah. It literally looks like a wedding band.
I know.
Yeah?
I'm letting people know I'm taken.
Pretty sweet.
Happily.
I mean, your watch gives it away because it's clearly there's a girl on there.
She is
Showered
melting over there, by the way.
showered with my watch for the first time today.
How'd you feel?
I felt
Me and her still haven't showered with it.
it's fine.
Yeah.
When you throw your arm up and there is water on it, it doesn't freak out as much as your phone would with water on it. I can even like slap.
Have you scrubbed it yet?
Scrubbed it.
You're supposed to take your watch band off and like scrub it, so that like if your hand breaks out or if it gives you a rash or anything, you just take the armbands off of either side and keep like separate it from the watch face and then like wash them with soap.
Oh no, I haven't.
Then you won't break out anymore.
Oh, I don't have an allergic reaction to it.
Me and her did. Like I got like pimples right here.
Oh yeah,
and
no.
I just washed it and I'm fine.
Then again, I always wore a watch. Always. Right. So my skin's probably just used to it. But no, showered with it. Felt like I was going to break it. The funniest part was I didn't realize I was showering with it until halfway through the shower and was like, But luckily, I looked up 32 articles because I was not convinced that I could shower with an electronic device. Mm-hmm. And from what I read, you can dive up to 50 meters with this, but Apple's website recommends don't dive with the watch because it's still an electronic. Yep. But they said swimming pools, showers, stuff like that. It was fine. A lot better than I was impressed.
The only reason that scared me is because something about her, she got water on it, and the watch burned her.
Nope, didn't happen to me. Burned?
Yeah. Yeah, you. The watch burned her.
Is it because her skin, though?
Apparently.
Not the watch?
Tardiddle.
Apologize for the audio once again. Or not the audio.
I don't think we sound that bad. It's the video.
No, not the audio. I fucked that up. It's the video that I'm not happy with.
We apologize for the inconvenience. We're 51 episodes deep and we still have technical difficulties.
I think we're doing okay.
Have you heard Joe Rogan's 50 episodes? At the beginning, he still sounded like shit until episode like 150.
10 years ago.
Yeah, I don't fucking care.
And he's also rich.
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, fuck. He used to just yell into his computer audio. He didn't even have he had like the snowballs from 10 years ago, and it was all bad. Yeah.
All right.
I'll see you next week. It was always nice seeing you.
Always nice.
Yeah, not always.
It's nice half the time.
It's not. Thanks.
It's like Panther. 50% of the time, it works 100% of the time. And 65% of the time, it works 90% of the time.
It's 60% of the time, it works every time. I think that's what they say. Is that the cologne?
Panther, yeah.
God.
Made with real bits of Panther.
No wonder it stinks. For those that don't know what we're talking about, it's Anchorman.
It's Anchorman. Paul Rudd.
Did you ever watch the second one?
Yeah.
I never watched it.
Dude, it's really good.
I wasn't a huge fan of
it. It's a little more campy.
Brick killed a guy.
Brick killed a man.
You
should really lay low.
I mean to talk to you about that, Brick. You should probably hide.
No, honestly, the battle scene. Even if you don't watch the movie, just look up the battle scene.
From 2?
Yeah.
There's another battle scene?
Of course.
Dude, that first one was... Things really escalated
Kanye
back
West
there.
shows up.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Like the actual Kanye?
Yes.
Not Little Dicky to where he got Kevin Hart to voice Kanye?
No, like Kanye West.
How did they manage that?
And John C. Reilly as the ghost of Walter something, like a Civil War captain.
Why is John C. Reilly always showing up as God or a ghost?
And Jim Carrey, a Minotaur.
What the fuck?
Watch it. Like, even if you don't watch the movie after we end this, just go watch Anchorman 2 fight scene.
That's probably what I'm going to do.
Hilarious.
That sounds ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Okay. Well,
all right. Take it easy, everybody.
Or hard. Depends on what Josh wants.
No, easy.
Easy?
Easy. Easy breezy. Light and sneezy. Shit. Wait.
Later.
Later.